Thank you. It's a great honor and privilege to be here. I was here two years ago, and I wasn't allowed to speak then publicly, so I managed to sneak in this time. So thank you, Mike, for the opportunity, and also for Network for Men, which is one of the organizations I've been involved in. Can I just say congratulations on making it to the end of this 3 days, and everything's worked well, and there's no protesters. It's amazing, for better or for worse. But anyway, thank you, Mike. And what do we do about it? We've had 3 days. Many of the wonderful talks we've had over the 3 days have been saying and listing the things that are wrong with society and Britain in particular. So what do we do about it? And where do we go from here? And 2 years ago, we were sitting in the same room having the same discussion. And one of the things that came out of that, for me personally, was the opportunity to network with you guys. Many of you I knew by name or by email or by blogs, and I'm sure you were in the same situation, and it was great putting faces to names. And so one of the things that is important is that we continue to network when we go back to the four corners of the world after this, and that we don't lose the opportunity to carry forward the bonding and links that we've made today and over the last couple of days. And in that sort of light, 2 years ago, Network for Men was set up as an opportunity to do exactly that. And I got involved very early on, set up the Cambridge group. And the reason was that, for me personally, it was an opportunity to meet with like-minded people. And I have found that becoming an MRA over the last 15 to 20 years is poison to friendships, because most of my friends have absolutely no idea of the real world out there. Most of them haven't been red-pilled. And when you talk about even 1% of these issues, they head for the hills. They think you're a crazy, they think you're a conspiracy theorist or whatever. So there is a real need to make new friends, and to make new friends amongst people that have either been through it or understand it. And so you guys have been through it and understand it. And it's wonderful talking to you and not having to spend the first half hour explaining why you are anti-feminist or even what it means. So Network for Men is set up in that basis. And Network for Men is, it's not an organization in the conventional sense. It's more of a facilitating system. And so what it does do, if you register with us, you will be passed to a local group. Everyone is volunteers. There's no money involved. It's all free. It's a way of bringing guys together who can talk freely, who want to share experiences, and who are people like you, people who feel the same way but want to go beyond that, continue these sort of bonds and networking that we've been doing here. And we want to make sure that you are red-pilled. And so it's not widely advertised. It's about being careful who we involve so that we can have the freedom to talk without worrying about being infiltrated by the feminists. If there are any here, you better leave now. I don't want you to know what we're doing. So Network for Men is not a membership organization. It's, as I say, it's a way of passing on details. We are just facilitators. The information's not going to be sold to Google or anyone else, so I'm sorry, we're not going to make any money out of it. And you're not under pressure to follow a particular structure or arrangement. If you pick up the leaflets on the table just outside, it does talk about the guidelines for groups. And these are only guidelines. What we did in Cambridge worked for us. And we decided that we would have our own particular structure. And so what we do, we provide mutual support for each other. We have a safe space so that we can talk and make jokes, which otherwise might be politically incorrect. And we don't get offended, and that's one of the criteria. If you're easily offended, we don't want you in Network for Men. So you've got to be able to cope with real life and real issues, no cotton wool. But it's also an opportunity to socialize and meet other people. But I think, as the last speaker said, right at the end in questioning, guys, we've got to have some fun in this, okay? When I used to run Families Need Fathers support group in Cambridge, and I would say to the guys when they first arrived, look, I want to send you home happier at the end than you are at the beginning. You know, we're going to laugh in this meeting. We're going to have a fun, but we're not laughing at you. We're laughing at the system. It is so crazy, you have to laugh at it. If you take it too seriously, it will destroy you, and we don't want to lose any more people to suicide, okay? We're there to prevent that happening. We're there to provide mutual support and get over that so that you can actually enjoy the campaigning, provide the support so that you can get through this and make a difference. For every one of us who's here, there's 100 who ought to be here, who are suffering, who are not here because they haven't got the motivation or energy, or they're scared, or there's 100 reasons for not being here. But you guys are here, so take that back to your networks, spread your networks, the information, and get them to join, because it's free. That's always a good motivator. You're going to meet local people who you didn't know. I mean, there will be people here who are local to you that you don't know are local to you, and so on, unless you exchange addresses. But there are other guys out there who will contact us over the intervening time. Obviously, you can learn more about the issues and follow up what you've learned here and ask questions. Although we had a rule in Cambridge that we don't talk about our own cases, and that way, because we don't want it to be an advice or support network. There's other places for that. We want to have fun. We want to move on from that and support each other, share knowledge and skills, maybe pass on referrals. That's always possible. But the men's rights movement needs support and around the world, and Network for Men is a way of doing that if issues arise, and it maybe you'll get emails about other issues and petitions and other things that we want you to be involved in, so that it can be used as a springboard for enhancing the activism and the motivation and energy that you've got today. So what to do next? Check out our stall, which is just behind the wall. Pick up one of our snazzy cards, exactly the right size to fit in your top pocket, unlike smartphones, which no longer fit in the pocket, and also the contact details. You can join an existing local group if there is one, or you can start a new group if there isn't, particularly overseas. Most of the membership at the moment is UK-based, but obviously there's no reason why this can't spread overseas, and there's a lot of people from other countries here. And give us your email addresses, make a note of the email address, and get involved. So, get networking, take away the bonding and the support and other things that you've found here today, and let's conquer the world. Yeah.